Welcome back, everybody. Here's our Week 7 predictions. Didn't do power rankings this week again. I promise I would try to get back on it if anybody cares. I'm probably talking to a wall, let's be real. But we're going to start being, this is the one video I like being consistent on doing my pick'em so you guys can see where I choose and maybe go up against me and call me a dumbass in the comments. But anyways, let's get right into them, guys. So here's our first matchup of the week. We got the Denver Broncos taking on the New Orleans Saints, which is going to be a god-awful game. This schedule coming up for this week was not the best. There's some really good games I will get into, but this is not one of them. Especially on a Thursday, we had such a good roll on good Thursday night games, and now we have to deal with this bullcrap. Give me the Saints to win it, and I'm not happy about it. And now we have another London game with the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New England Patriots. I feel like the Jaguars have been living in London for the last 3 weeks, which is good. Send that god-awful team over there. Both teams are 1-5. Both teams are not looking good. Probably looking forward to next year. But only one team has some aspirations this year. Them, the Jaguars. They had some type of hope that Trevor Lawrence could take them to some type of promised land, which he has not. He has been god-awful lately. Call it what it is. They paid him based on promise alone, not on what he has done. And I never want to hear anybody say Trevor Lawrence is better than Brock Purdy ever again. If you say that, you are stupid, and I don't want to talk to you, and I don't like you. And we got Drake May, who's probably going to be starting for the New England Patriots, who actually look fairly good. I mean, this could be a game where the Patriots win and kind of see what they got with Drake May, but I'm still going to go with the Jaguars just based on experience alone and because it's in London. So give me the Jaguars to beat the Patriots. And now we got the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And I tried to tell everybody. Everybody's just say you're a Niner fan. You're just being a hater. The Seahawks are really good this year. Your team's just not what you thought it was. I know my team's been underperforming, but I knew this was the most fraudulent 3-0 team of all time, and they proved they lost their last 3 games. Sure, did they give me a mini heart attack last week when they almost came back? Yeah, they did. But that's more on the fact that the Niners are not a fourth quarter team for some odd reason. They are god awful, and I fucking knew it. Atlanta Falcons, on the other hand, started off a little slow, but they are looking very good. Kirk Cousins finally getting to the groove. They're using their weapons very well. And the Falcons are being a team that we all expected them to be this year, which is a very good team, who are going to be battling out the Bucs for that South title. But in this game, give me the Falcons to beat the Seahawks, and the Seahawks are going to fall to 3-4, and they're just going to be completely spiraling out of control. And now, for the sacrifice of the week to please the football gods, we got the Tennessee Titans taking on the Buffalo Bills. In my Pick'ems League, I use the ESPN app. They have the percentage of who's picked the Bills to win and who's picked the Titans to win. 99% of everybody picked the Bills to win. Only 1% of the Titans think that the Titans are going to win. That's insane. I mean, it shouldn't be because the Titans are god-awful. The Bills, they cannot lose this game. There's absolutely no way. The only way they can lose this game if Josh Allen gets kidnapped by the Mexican cartel, the entire Bills team just decides to protest and not play. I'm telling you, you could pull down the random 11 people from the Buffalo Bills stand and have them play offense or defense, and they'll probably beat this Titans team. They are bad. Give me the Bills to win by 1,000,000. And now, a Cleveland battle, or not Cleveland, an Ohio battle. Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland is finally paying for all their sins by bringing Deshaun Watson to the team. They are paying for it horribly now. They traded away Amari Cooper. He basically said they're going to rust out there, which they are. They're god-awful. Deshaun Watson is not the answer. I had Amari Cooper on fantasy, so I was just waiting for Jameis Winston to become the starting quarterback there. But now I don't have to because, Amari Cooper's on the Bills now, so I'm getting all kinds of fantasy points. But besides that, and then we got the Cincinnati Bengals, who are trying to get back on the winning track, who are trying to salvage what's going on this season. They are 2-4 against a 1-5 Browns team. And the thing about these divisional matchups, you never know what's going to happen. Like, these guys play each other twice a year, so they know each other very well. But with that being said, the Bengals have to win this game. If they lose this game, it's completely over for the year for them. And I feel like I've been saying that every week. But literally, this one will be a nail in the coffin, especially when you're trying to keep up with the Steelers and the Ravens. And then the rest of the AFC, they have to win this game. And I very likely think they will win this game. So give me the Bengals to win and beat the Browns. And here's my little hot take you can add on the side. I think this might be Deshaun Watson's last game as a starter for the Cleveland Browns because he is awful. And now for one of the games of the week that I am so excited to see, we got the Houston Texans taking on the Green Bay Packers. Now, this is a good game to see where both teams stand. Two really good teams, young quarterbacks, young teams, might add you. Well, actually, I don't think the Texans are yet that young, but you get the point. It's gonna be a good game. They're going into Lambeau, so the Packers have a slight advantage in the home field. But these Texans are something else, man. They are very good. They're easily looking like one of the best teams in the NFL, no doubt about it. Taking on a Green Bay Packer team who's been playing good, but also have had some like moments where you're like, "Whoa, what was that?" But as much as I want the Packers to win, because something about Jordan Love, I like Jordan Love. I don't like the unnecessary hate he gets sometimes. But it's going to be the Texans. The Texans are going to win this game. I don't think it's going to be an easy win by no means. I think it's going to come down to probably a field goal or something like that because these are two high-powered offense. But just give me the Texans to win this game in a very good morning game for us. This to be a really good freaking game. And a game I really don't care about, so I'm not going to spend too much time. We got the Miami Dolphins taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Joe Flacco is elite. Might not add you. He is very elite. But Colts. No ifs, ands, or buts, Colts. And Tyreek Hill is going to be on the trade block. Whatever you do, Miami, don't send him to the Chiefs. Don't be that team. Send him to the NFC, the Niners. Just kidding. We don't need more receivers. Just don't send him to the Chiefs, damn it. Don't be stupid. I feel like they're going to send him to the Chiefs. Now, if you thought the Texans and Packers was going to be the best game of the week, well, let me show you the Detroit Lions versus the Minnesota Vikings. Ironically, it's also the big game for first place because it's the first time they play each other. Detroit has only lost one game. Vikings are currently undefeated. Who do I think is going to win this game? It's going to be a showdown between high-powered offenses and great defense. Well, actually, it's going to be more of a showdown between the Lions offense versus that Minnesota defense. And you know what? I just think the way the Minnesota Vikings the way the Detroit Lions look against the Cowboys last week. Sorry, can't talk, stroking out. They were just having fun with them. They were literally throwing the ball to their linemen. They were doing whatever they wanted to the Cowboys, and they had no answer to it. So with that being said, I'm actually going to go with the Detroit Lions to take the win and give the Vikings their first loss of the year. I really believe that the Lions are the best team of football right now. And as a 49er fan, that is scary because this is a team we will have to get through in order to get where we want to get to. So, the Lions are legit. The one loss they had this year, I don't know how that happened, but the Vikings are going to suffer their first loss. But I don't think that's the end of the world for them. I still think they're going to be a good team. But yeah, just give me the Lions. They just look way too dominant to lose. And now we got an NFC East divisional showdown between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. And which adds some bonus, Saquon Barkley comes back to face his old team. Now, nothing will make me happier than seeing the Giants beat the Eagles and Nick Sirianni's stupid fucking face on the sideline all mad or upset because some bullshit's going on. I don't know how that man still has a job. He's literally arguing with Philadelphia Eagle fans at games. Instead of, you are coaching the Eagles. You should be getting on the fans' good side. But instead, let me just heckle them and with my bald head because I shave my head. That's going to make me a different coach. I hate Nick Sirianni. I think Nick Sirianni is the sole reason why my hatred for the Eagles exists. But hatred or not, I am not going to be an idiot and pick the Giants to win this game when clearly the Eagles have the better defense. They have the better offense. They definitely don't have the better coach, but I think all the stuff I just listed is enough to carry them over a win against the Giants. So give me the Eagles to win in the Saquon Barkley revenge game. And now we have the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And here's the thing when it comes to this game is I don't know if it's being played in the LA or in Vegas, but if it's played in LA, it's definitely going to be a Raiders home game. Rams have no type of fans in LA. But nonetheless, both teams struggling. I think the Raiders are officially selling already. I think they're going to start tanking for a new quarterback because they've seen what they have in Gardner Minshew and AOC, and they don't like what the answer is. Antonio Pierce was not the answer there either. They traded Devontae Adams away. Business decision. But I think the Rams should be able to squeak this victory out just because the Raiders are so bad right now. They have nothing going for them. Trade Max Crosby. Give that man to a team where he can actually win. He's very loyal to the Raiders shield, but I don't think it's working out for him. Like, Max, just get out of there. The Raiders need to start fresh with a new regime, clear out some cap space, and start bringing other players, younger, you know, just to be rebuild what they want to be. But Raiders are tanking already, and they're on a fire sale. Now we got the Carolina Panthers taking on the Washington Commanders. Commanders last week lost to the Baltimore Ravens, but I believe they proved that they are a legit team to be taken serious, and they're still leading the East, so there's the positive side. Taking on a very weak Panther team. I think this is a get-right game for Commanders to kind of get their holds back up, get the last swagger going again, kind of put them back on the right track. And as for the Panthers, I don't know what you guys need to get fixed. Quarterback is an issue. Line is an issue. Star players is an issue. Relegate this team to the XFL and promote somebody from down there because, Jesus, I would hate to be a Panther fan right now. I'm not going to lie. And we're back. The Super Bowl rematch. Super Bowl 54 rematch. Super Bowl 58 rematch. My San Francisco 49ers taking on the defending Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. Mind I add you, we are the reason why they have 2 of their 3 rings. It has not been fun. This team, I see them in my nightmares. I hear their stupid chant in my nightmares. I see the refs throwing flags at us in my nightmares. I see Nick Bosa getting choked out without getting a holding call in my nightmares. And now I see Taylor Swift in my nightmares. I am so sick of this motherfucking team. And you know what? You know what the problem is when you're sick of a motherfucking team? The way to deal with it, you got to beat them. So, give me my 49ers winning in the rematch. I have seen yellow and red confetti fall on my team too often for us not to win. We need this win more than anyone else does because right now we're sitting at 3-3. I would have the most confidence in the world in this team if they go 4-3 by beating the Chiefs right now, giving them the first loss. So give me the 49ers to give the Chiefs their first loss of the year. Now's the time to do it because they are hurt. They are missing key players, and the Niners look like they're getting right. So give me the Niners to win this game, please. And now our Sunday night matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Jets, who just added Davante Adams to the team, which should make it very interesting. I really want to see how this offense is going to look, and I hope Adams plays this week just so we can kind of see what that connection between him and Rodgers will look like, if he'll be the same for the Green Bay or if they still got to get on the same page. Who knows, but Rodgers really wanted him to be in New York. Obviously, Adams wanted to be in New York. They finally got what they wanted. Now, if they both can execute to the extent that they want to. So give me the Jets to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. This will be probably a really good game because it's a good offense on paper. A good offense on paper that's taking on a really good defense. So give me the Jets. And now, a sneaky, very good Monday night game. We got the Baltimore Ravens taking on Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They've both been on hot streaks. They've both been winning. Both guys are 4-2. They've both suffered 2 losses. They both have won 4 games. I'm really confused on who to pick here. Last week, Baker Mayfield threw 3 picks last week. But he also threw 4 touchdowns. So, I mean, he was just slinging the ball saying, F it, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, someone's down there. He ain't going to be able to do that with this team, though. They got a really good defense that if you give them the opportunity, they're going to come down with way more than just 3 interceptions. But logically speaking, the Baltimore Ravens look like a way different team with the run game that they have going on right now with Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. And I just think it's going to be too much for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to deal with. So give me the Ravens to win this game, but in a very good game. It could be a shootout for all I know. And now, it looks like we have a doubleheader this week. The Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. I believe this game is going to be exclusively on ESPN Plus, so that tells me that they kind of expect this game not to get the views, so they just threw it on there. But Jim Harbaugh versus Jonathan Gannon, 2 very good coaches right now. The Cardinals have been in a little bit of a slump. I mean, they started off really good. They started off like they were going to be like a little sneaky team, but lately they've been suffering loss after loss against a Jim Harbaugh-led team who was 3-2 coming off a bye week, I believe, or they already had their bye week. It's been I don't pay attention to these teams. But give me the Chargers to win. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because we know the Chargers are going to win. It's very well known. But that is it, everybody. I'm going to get this video edited, have it uploaded so you guys could enjoy it, see my picks, and see where I stand. Please like, comment, share the video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Catch you guys next time.